Are you looking to rent a house but don't know what to look for? House hunting can be a daunting task, especially when you're not sure what to keep an eye out for. It's not just about finding a place to live. It's about finding a place that feels like home. From the location to the lease terms, there's a lot to consider. Knowledge is power, and being informed can make all the difference. In this video, we will go through the key things that you, as a potential renter, should look for. The first thing to consider when renting a house is the location. It's like the heart and soul of your living experience. The location of your prospective rental home can significantly impact your daily life. Imagine being close to your workplace. It would mean less commute time, saving you precious hours that you could spend relaxing or pursuing hobbies. A location near good schools could be a game changer if you have kids. Amenities such as grocery stores, hospitals, parks, and restaurants in the vicinity can make your life so much more convenient. It's like having the world at your doorstep. Safety, of course, is paramount. A safe neighborhood is like a sanctuary where you can breathe easy and let your guard down. Every location has its own unique vibe, its own rhythm. So, invest some time in exploring different neighborhoods. Remember, you can change many things about a house, but you can't change its location. The second key factor to consider is the cost. Renting a house isn't just about paying the monthly rent. There's more to it than meets the eye. It's crucial to understand the full cost of renting, which goes beyond the basic rent. First, you have utilities. These could include electricity, water, gas, and internet. Some landlords include these in the rent, while others don't. Next, there are maintenance costs. This could be anything from fixing a leaky faucet to hiring a professional for pest control. Then, there's the potential for increases in rent. Most landlords reserve the right to raise the rent annually, typically by a small percentage, but it varies. This means that the rent you're paying now might not be the same in a year or two. The bottom line is, don't just look at the advertised rental price. Add up all potential costs and make sure it fits comfortably within your budget. Always ensure the cost of renting a house fits comfortably within your budget. Next, let's talk about the condition of the house. When scouting for a house to rent, it's not just about the aesthetics or the size. You need to pay attention to the house's condition. It's important to inspect the house thoroughly for any damages. Look out for things like leaky faucets, chipped paint, damaged floors, or broken windows. It might seem minor, but these can add up to significant repair costs later on. Equally important is checking the functionality of appliances. Are the stove, refrigerator, heating system, and other appliances in working condition? You don't want to move in only to find out that the oven doesn't heat up or the AC doesn't cool down. Finally, understand what repairs the landlord is responsible for. This should be clearly stated in your rental agreement. It's always good to clarify this upfront to avoid any unwelcome surprises later on. Remember, it's crucial to know what you're getting into before signing the lease. Another important factor to consider is the lease terms. Now let's delve into this. Lease terms are the rules and conditions you agree to when renting a house. They're like the playbook to your rental game. Knowing these terms inside out can save you from unexpected surprises down the line. First and foremost, understand the duration of your lease. Is it a month-to-month lease or a fixed-term lease like 1 year? This affects your long-term plans and the stability of your living situation. Next, consider what happens at the end of the lease. Will it automatically renew, or will you need to negotiate a new contract? Be clear about this to avoid last-minute scrambles. Lastly, what about early termination? Life can throw curveballs and you might need to break the lease prematurely. Understand the penalties involved, which can range from losing your deposit to being liable for remaining rent. Always read the lease carefully and make sure you understand all the terms before signing. Lastly, but certainly not least, you need to know your rights as a renter. This knowledge is a powerful tool that can protect you and make your renting journey smoother. One of the most fundamental rights you possess is the right to a habitable home. This means your landlord is obligated to provide a living space that is safe, healthy, and equipped with basic amenities like plumbing, heating, and electrical systems. You also have the right to privacy. Your landlord cannot just barge in without notice unless it's an emergency. They must provide reasonable notice, usually 24 hours, before entering your space for repairs or inspections. And what about when major repairs are needed? You have the right to withhold rent until these are addressed. But remember, this is a serious step and should only be taken after careful consideration and legal advice. Knowing your rights can protect you from unscrupulous landlords and ensure a more peaceful renting experience. Let's recap what we've covered today. First, we delved into the significance of location. It's not just about a home with a great view, but also about the proximity to your workplace, schools, and amenities. The neighborhood's safety and the community vibe are equally important. Next, we discuss the cost. Beyond the rent, consider the utilities, maintenance, and possible relocation costs. Remember, financial strain can turn your dream house into a nightmare. Then, we talked about the condition of the house. Is it in good shape? Are there hidden issues like mold, pests, or faulty wiring? A thorough inspection before signing the lease can save you a lot of headaches down the line. We also touched on lease terms. They're not just boring legal jargon. They define your responsibilities and rights. So, read them carefully. Know what you're signing up for, from property maintenance to lease termination conditions. Finally, we explored your rights as a renter. You're entitled to a safe and habitable living environment. If your rights are violated, you have recourse. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. With these key points in mind, the process of renting a house can be less daunting. You're not just looking for a house, you're looking for a home, a place where you can create memories and build a life. With this knowledge, you're now better equipped to make an informed decision when renting a house. Happy house hunting!